Hey everyone, welcome back. This is episode 68 of the What Do We Do podcast. We're firmly in Q4 and the end of the year is near. So on today's show, we're going to share 5 must-do money moves before year end. It's going to be a great show, so let's go.
Welcome to What Do We Do? A podcast discussing wealth management and financial planning, featuring key leaders in our communities. Hosted by founder and CEO of Great Lakes Wealth, Dewey Stephan. Tune in to hear how you can plan for and live your best life.
Welcome back to another episode of What Do We Do? Thanks for tuning in. This is Dewey Stephan, and we are in Season 3, Episode 5, number 68. As the end of the year is slowly but surely upon us, you have some must-dos before year end. And so we're here today to share a few of these hacks. That means tips for those of you not paying close attention. So before we get to December 31st, please pay attention. I'm going to give you 5 must-dos, and I'll give you a bonus at the end, okay? So number 1, very simply, max out your 401k or 403b. You have until 12/31 to get her done. Get her done. Get it? So the max for most people is $20,500 or 100% of their yearly pay up to that number. But if you're over age 50, you can add an additional $6,500, making it $27,000. So before 12/31, again, make sure you max out your company retirement plan. As a side note, if they have a match and you can't do the entire $20,500 or $27,000, you better 100% get to the amount that they will match. That's free money, and it's for your retirement. Second on the list is the Roth IRA. I've been talking about this all year long. The Roth IRA allows you to max out with $6,000 and a $1,000 catch-up provision if you're 50 years or older. But the Roth IRA is tax-free from the moment you put it in until the moment you take it out. There are a few rules and regulations, so make sure you check with your tax professional, your investment professional, to make sure you qualify. But with a Roth IRA, it is one of the only investments out there that you can invest and have tax-free growth and tax-free distribution all along the way. And besides just contributing to the Roth, and technically you do have until next April 15th, you very much should consider right here, right now, a Roth conversion. And what that means is any IRAs that you have out there, you can actually push a button or phone a friend or fill out a form, and you can take that IRA, pay all the tax now, and then it'll be a Roth so that you don't have to pay the taxes later. So converting a traditional IRA to a Roth IRA will hurt you in the short term. You'll be paying taxes now on a lump sum of money you weren't planning to pay taxes on until later. But there's 2 things you need to consider. Number 1, investments are down right now, okay? Most investments, 20%, 30%. So if you do the conversion now, you're doing it at 20% or 30% cheaper than you might when you take the money out down the road, okay? That's number 1. Because investments are depressed, it is a little depressing, but because there will be success later, that's exciting. Consider converting your traditional IRAs to Roth IRAs, taking advantage of their lower value historically. Number 2, we expect taxes to be higher later. So if you're going to pay taxes on something later and that tax rate will be higher, wouldn't you want to pay the taxes now? Let's call it prepay the taxes so you can have no taxes when the rates are higher later. So what's the catch? Well, the catch is you're going to have to pay that tax bill with your 2022 tax return. So you may not have the funds available. Again, there are ways to work around that. So please contact your tax professional, search the internet, find the solution, but absolutely invest in a Roth IRA if you qualify, and very much consider converting your traditional IRA to a Roth IRA and doing all of this before year end. Okay, next on the list are these things called Series I savings bonds, aka the I bond. If you've heard of this, then you know that you have until November 1st, so just a few days, to lock in an interest rate for you of 9.62%. In this crazy world, where can you get a guaranteed 9.62%? The answer, a U.S. Series I savings bond. So get to it before November 1st. You can do it after November 1st, but the rate will adjust, and we don't know what that new rate will be. The rates do adjust every November and every May, and you have until October 31st to get in and lock in 9.62% for the next 6 months. And then when they make the adjustment, I have a hunch it won't be 9.62, but I have a hunch it'll be a little bit more than nothing, okay? So we'll probably expect more in the 5 to 7% range when the rate cycles again, but still 9.62 for 6 months, and then maybe 5 to 7% for the 6 months after that. That could be a blended return in the 7% range, and that is a fantastic rate of return in this current environment. Another side note, the max you can put in is $10,000. And you need to go to treasury.gov to make it happen. So please, number 3 on our list today, invest in a Series I savings bond, aka the I bond. Next on our list as a hack before year end is something I really don't want to talk about this year. It's the elephant in the room, but you need to address what's in front of you. You need to invest for success. You need to be tactical. You need to be strategic. And number 4 on our list is harvest your investment losses. If you invest in stocks and those are down this year, if you invest in mutual funds and those are down this year, if you invest in cryptocurrency, you might be down 50+% or more this year. You need to do this thing called harvest your investment losses. What does that mean? It means you need to sell your losers. You need to sell your losers off of your books. You can then claim that loss on your taxes, either against any gains you have or just as a aggregated $3,000 loss on your tax return when you file. Why is this important? Well, because over an investing cycle, you have investments that are winners and you have investments that are losers. And when you sell your winners, you have a capital gains tax. So if there's an opportunity to sell some of your investments at a loss, then those will offset the ones you sold at a gain, giving you a zero tax burden. Make sense? I hope so. However, if the market is down right now, which it is, and it's going to rally later, which it will, you don't necessarily want to be out of the market with that money that you just sold those losers because you want them to be future winners. So what do we do? Well, you can buy something that's similar, just not the exact same thing. So they call it the wash rule. You have to stay out of the current investment that you sold for 30 days. 30 days to make the loss good. So in the meantime, we have a strategy where you buy something extremely similar or you buy an index that replicates to a degree the investment that you had. But if you want exact details, please reach out to your investment professional or check it out on the internet and we can give you more details at a later time. With all that's going on right now, we would recommend that you do not stay out of the market. So we want you to find one of these surrogates or one of these other similar investments so that you don't have risk of being out of the market when there is either that Santa Claus rally or the first of the year 2023 reflex rally. So with all of that, again, harvest your investment losses. There is no maximum that you can do. So whatever your losses are, again, just don't do them blanketly and blindly, but evaluate each investment that you have that is a loss and recognize if you should sell it to realize that loss and then invest in something very similar. An idea would be if you lost in Coca-Cola, sell it and immediately buy some PepsiCo. If you immediately have a loss in Home Depot, then sell it and maybe buy the exact amount of an investment in Lowe's. Makes some sense? Again, you need to talk to your professional to make sure that you do this appropriately for your specific situation. But in this current environment. It is Thanksgiving time. It is the season for giving. So go ahead and harvest your investment losses. And you have to do it before December 31st. But if you do it before November 30th, you can get back in 31 days later so you can have your other investment back before the end of the year. Okay, next on the list is revisit your asset allocation. We've talked about this in prior episodes. What the heck is asset allocation? That is the pieces of the pie. That is the basket that all of your different investments are in. So what that means is if you have different investments, when you started the year, those investments are actually all different now at the end of the year because some went up, some went down. Maybe more went down than up this year, but they all have gone in different directions so that what percentages you had them in January is most likely not the same percentages you have them in right now. So for a very simple explanation, if you had half your money in stocks and you had half your money in cash, 50-50 to start the year. Well, here we are towards the end of October, and your stocks are down, so they're less than 50, and just by definition, the cash is where it is, so it's more than 50. You have a portfolio that's no longer 50-50. So in a simple sense, if your targeted allocation, meaning what baskets you want what in, is still 50-50, you need to take some money from the cash and drop it into the stocks while they're down to make it 50-50. That actually does two things. When you have a rebound and those stocks go up, you won't just get the money you had from earlier in the year back. This new deposit of rebalancing actually appreciates also. So then you have a 50-50 that the stock portion is now maybe 60 and the cash portion is 40. So then you do it again. You sell the stocks that again are now higher, just enough, the 10% to go into the cash. So you're back to 50-50. So this is an ongoing rebalance. And so when you do this, you smooth out the investing ride because, again, everything has highs and lows and moves up and down, up and down, up and down. So if you're going to have different baskets, when 5%, maybe in crypto, turns into 10%, still in crypto, you might want to take those profits and put it into one of the piles that did not do well during that period. And that way you're always buying low and selling high, AKA rebalancing. I hope that makes some sense. Okay. So that was 5 must-do investment hacks before year end. But since it's the holiday season, I'm going to give you a 6th bonus investment hack before year end. Like I said, since it's the holidays and the holidays are for giving, your 6th hack is to do charitable holiday giving. Not only is that great to be generous, but it also will give you deductions on your tax return before year end. So please seek your tax professional, understand what you would be able to claim as a deduction for charitable giving. So either do it because it's strategic for your financial best interest, or it is just something that you should do to help your community not just survive, but thrive. Every year is difficult for some people. This year, most recently, was the hurricane down in Florida. We always have those that are less fortunate. This year, we are now seeing layoffs at companies. Whatever the specific situation, you will get an economic benefit by being radically generous. So please, during this holiday season of cheer, give radically, give generously to charity. You will get investing benefits. I hope this helps you just like you're helping those others in need. Well, with that, I want to thank you all for tuning in to another episode of the What Do We Do podcast. This is season 3, episode 5, number 68. And as we always say, live your best life, be radically generous, a great big booyah to ya. And we have over 50,000 downloads, 1.3 million total views on social media, And 2022 is almost in the books. And we're just getting started.
The opinions expressed in this program are for general information purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or any specific security. It's only intended to provide education about the financial industry. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult your financial advisor prior to investing. Any past performance discussed during this program is no guarantee of future results. Any indices referenced for comparison are unmanaged and cannot be invested into directly. As always, please remember investing involves risks and possible loss of principal capital. Please seek advice from a licensed professional.